What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Murder and Coffee. Sorry, figuring out. Oh, there we go. So, today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm sitting here with Ninja Turtles and my Sonic shirt on. I'm kind of like a nerdy hot mess right now. I'm also wearing Gryffindor pajama bottoms. Literally rough week at work. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Once a week, I want to start doing like a cult segment. So I started off on kind of like a lighthearted one today, just for the sheer fact that, you know, it's kind of completely neurotic, I guess is a way to put it. So, yeah, I know I said Lala was going to be back. She's got a head cold, and I'm not sure when she will be returning. So, this is the first week. We're going to do 2 episodes a week. Yes! And it's going to be amazing. I am so fucking stoked to be doing this twice a week. So make sure that if you're liking what I'm doing, go ahead, hit subscribe, comment on anything you want to comment on. If you have a cult you want me to into, a missing persons case, a serial killer, a cold case even, I'll see what I can dig up. So let's go ahead and get started on today's episode. So like I said, I'm trying to start doing a cult segment once a week. Every week. This one, I kind of feel like I'm in a Star Trek episode, okay? Or like Stargate. You know that episode of Stargate where they show up and all these people are freaking out? Okay, that's like every episode. But that's honestly what this cult reminds me of. Is Stargate. Anything like that. So today's episode is on Heaven's Gate. The cult that was founded on the belief that they were aliens and God was the celestial being of an alien and their bodies were just urns, pretty much. They pretty much just thought they were fucking aliens. So, the earliest incarnation of Heaven's Gate, as the cult came to be named, began in the 1970s under the leadership of Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles. And we're going to get in more into their relationship here shortly, but holy shit. The pair began to discuss their beliefs. Nettles had an abiding interest in astrology, while Applewhite leaned toward Gnostic and mystic texts. There was a platonic, sexless partnership. In keeping with the ascetic life, they would come to encourage among their followers, even to the point of castration. The fuck? Like, sex is part of being a human, and you're gonna sit here and fucking encourage. Like, I am glad that this cult is different than the others. Like, I'm gonna tell you that right now, because there are some really fucked up cults out there. Like, oh my god. But I chose this because castration. They're literally preventing people from following their sexual urges and desires, which is totally normal, by the way. Not the castration, but sexual desires and everything. Totally normal. Nettles was the mystic and diviner, while Applewhite was the charismatic speaker. Under a variety of names over the years, including human individual, Metamorphosis, also known as him, Bo and Peep, as Nettles and Applewhite later called themselves, and Total Overcomers Anonymous. Group advocated extreme self-renunciation to the point of castration. It burst into public consciousness following the suicide of 39 of its members in a suburb of San Diego, California in March of 1997. So, 39 members, and that's including Applewhite, because Nettles had died a decade earlier, were wearing black track suits and sneakers, ate applesauce laced with barbiturates, and washed it down with vodka. Oh, yes, nothing screams mass suicide like laced applesauce and vodka. They then put bags over their heads, purple shrouds over their bodies, and laid down to leave their earthly vehicles behind. They weren't killing themselves, no, they were not. They thought, but freeing their souls from their bodies so they could ascend to a spacecraft flying in the wake of the Hale-Bopp comet. First off, loony bin. Just gonna say that. Which at that point was passing by Earth and were going to be taken to their new home in space. Instead, police found their bodies on March 26th, and the images of the white and black Nikes poking out from under purple cloth would be burned into the eyes of a whole generation. Applewhite advocated sexual abstinence, and several male cult members followed his example by undergoing castration operations. The cult's philosophy took its roots from Applewhite's Presbyterian upbringing, his father was a minister, and essentially grafted extraterrestrials onto Christian theology. I'm just going to say this right now. The book of Revelations in the New Testament, especially chapter 11, I have noticed every single fucking cult, every single fucking one of them uses the book of Revelations. Gives me a migraine. Applewhite told his acolytes that he was the second coming of Jesus Christ, that God was an alien, and that they were living in the end times. They read the Bible, especially Revelation chapter 11 in the New Testament, a section about two witnesses that would prophesize at the end of their prophecy. They would have to battle demons, which Applewhite and Nettles called the Luciferians. Oh my god. I was laughing about this so hard at work because this was a shit show to read. I was trying my damnedest not to laugh at this. Alright, so we're going to go back here. 1973. Applewhite and Nettles left Houston, hoping to free themselves from worldly commitments in order to discover why God had brought them together. The answer came in a revelation 6 months later. That was not a play on words, you guys. It really wasn't. I think they were just Bible thumpers who, nothing against anyone who's religious, but like, you have those over-religious zealots out there, and I'm pretty sure that's what they were, and they read too much into it. Revelation 6 months later. They were the two witnesses in Revelation 11, who, after being martyred, would resurrect and ascend to heaven in a cloud. Like Jesus, they had come from the kingdom of heaven to show humans how to achieve eternal life And like Jesus, they would return in a spacecraft. Jesus had failed in his mission. I'm not saying that. Okay? That's what they believe. So Applewhite had been sent to try again, this time with a helper because of negativity on the planet, which was controlled by Satan. Oh, shit. Oh my god, this is just great. The more I'm actually like reading and comprehending this without being bothered at work, and interrupted, I'm dying right now. I'm just gonna say that. Like, they need to put down the LSD. They don't need Jesus, because apparently they are Jesus, or at least one of them. Oh my god. Sorry. To become eligible for membership in the next level, humans would have to follow the same path Applewhite and Nettles had taken by shredding their attachments to the human level, including their sexuality. Oh shit. Okay. The cult borrowed a lot of imagery from science fiction. Well, no shit. Just saying. Obviously. In September 1975, the group visited the small town of Waldport, Oregon, to give a lecture about how UFOs were soon going to make contact with the human race. Oh, shit. Okay. According to an article in the New York Times, roughly 150 people packed into a motel hall to hear Applewhite's lecture. At first, the town thought it was a joke, but soon 20 people, or about 1 in 30 residents of the town, packed up, told their loved ones goodbye, and drove off. Honey, where are you going? I'm going to get UFOs. I'm going up. You're staying down, buddy. Check you later. Oh, shit. They believed in the Master Cleanser, which they got from a book. Okay? It's much farther than the diets other Southern California acolytes drink. They drank nothing but the mix of lemonade, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup for 3 entire months. Would you like some insulin? Some antibiotics? Jesus, talk about diabetes. Alright, so originally the cult promised that members wouldn't have to die to ascend to a higher plane. But yet, here we are. 23 years later. The suicides took place over the course of 3 days. The 39 dead members of the cult were found on Wednesday, March 26, 1997. The coroner's reports showed that the suicides were far from simultaneous. This was like the third biggest mass suicide. I'm just going to say that right now. So far that I've read in history. So, the members killed themselves starting Sunday using a combination of phenobarbital, alcohol, and hydrocodone, probably consumed with applesauce or pudding. The members then put plastic bags over their heads and suffocated to death. After which they were covered in shrouds. Applewhite was a late death, but not the last to die. Labeled The Routine, the document outlined a process by which a group of 15 people would kill themselves, assisted by 8 other people, according to CNN. Then a second group of 15 would die, also assisted by 8 people, given that 39 victims were found. That would have left a final group of 9. That was also from CNN. Just so you know. Everything was designed to be an exact duplicate. Surviving member Michael Conyers later said, "You were not to come up with, well, I'm going to make the pancakes this big. There was a mixture, a size, how long you cooked it, one side, how much the burner was on, how many a person got, how the syrup was poured on it, everything." He later said that even male members shaved their faces a specific way. So 2 months later, after the suicide, 2 additional members, Charles Humphrey and Wayne Cook, attempted suicide in a hotel room a few miles from Rancho Santa Fe. From the Rancho Santa Fe mansion, Cook succeeded. Humphrey tried again in the Arizona desert during February of 1998, and he was successful. The next level was considered a place without gender, and that led to castration. The cult went out for their last supper together. They went to Marie Callender's. They all ordered the same thing. They all had iced teas to drink, dinner salads beforehand with tomato vinegar dressing, turkey pot pie for the entree, cheesecake with blueberries on top for the dessert. Now, the Nikes the group wore became a fucking collector's item. Okay, so I know a lot of people out there that are like, oh my god, now I gotta have them, now that I know they're still out there. It's pretty fucked up. I'm just gonna say that now. An unworn pair apparently discovered in a storage unit in Arizona is up for auction on eBay for the asking price of $6,660, bearing Applewhite's face as part of its advertisement. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. So, let's go back a ways. Let's just talk about Applewhite. Okay? So, Applewhite had lost 2 university teaching positions because of problems stemming from confusion over his sexual identity. In 1965, he was dismissed from the University of Alabama and divorced by his wife following a homosexual affair with a student. And in 1970, he was fired from St. Thomas University in Houston after his fiancée, a female student, attempted suicide when he broke off their engagement. Applewhite lamented his inability to form a lasting relationship, and though yearning for a soulmate to help him achieve his potential, he contemplated renouncing sexuality altogether. Hence, the castration. Shortly after the St. Thomas incident, Applewhite began having visions, including one in which he was told that he had been chosen for a Christ-like messianic role. It was during this period that Applewhite met Nettles while he was in the hospital. By the way. Still active in theater circles, Applewhite offered her an exciting escape from an unhappy marriage, and she gave him the confidence and metaphysical knowledge he needed to begin making sense of his experiences, believing they had known each other in a previous lifetime. They immediately formed an intense, though platonic, relationship, which led to the breakup of Nettles' marriage. You want to know the craziest thing about this fucking story? Their website is still up. Like, go to fucking Google and type in Heaven's Gate. Like, I'm not shitting you. It is still fucking up. The same way it was before the fucking suicides even happened. So, from this, we know that people are crazy. Like, psych ward crazy. I don't know how some people don't even fucking notice this. So, I'm going to give you a top 10 list of the fucked up cults that I have found so far. Number 10, Order of the Solar Temple. Number 9, United Nation of Islam. Number 8 is Nexium. 7 is Scientology. 6, I'm calling it Jonestown. Sorry, that's what I've known it as my whole life. Same with 5, it's always going to be Waco. 4 is the 12 Tribes. 3 is the Watchtower Society, also known as Jehovah's Witnesses. 2 is FLDS. And 1, Children of God. Shoutouts. I found some, if you go onto YouTube, you can type in real stories, REAL space stories. And they got some great fucking documentaries on there, especially on cults and everything. I just watched the one on the Children of God. Holy fuck. I'm probably gonna have nightmares for like a week after, and like really pay attention to my children more than I already do. What else? Let's see here. What other shout outs do I have? Once again, I want to thank The Sky Burns Brighter for allowing me to use Blackest Eyes as my video theme song. I want to give another shout out to my husband for allowing me to commandeer our studio for God knows how long to record these videos, and because he edits the shit out of these. You guys, my husband puts in a lot of work. Let's see here. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my friend Mary. Yeah, she gives me some pretty bomb fucking ideas. And yeah. So at the end of the video, I'm going to have a poll. Check that one out. Remember, click like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Facebook, you guys. And like I said, starting this week, I'm going to have 2 videos a week. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know what other day yet. Probably Tuesday and Fridays, because that's a little bit easier because I can record on Wednesdays while he's a band. Yeah. If y'all have any ideas on what I should do next, go ahead, throw them at me. I have no quarrels. Like I said, I'm always down to research what you guys want to hear, what you want to know about. Maybe I'll throw in another murder mystery this week. Yeah, I think I might do that. Who knows, though? Once again, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Y'all are awesome. Keep it up. I'm at 14 subscribers. My first video is at 150 something views. Loving it. I have over 100 people on Facebook now. So thank you guys so much for helping me reach my dream of doing this, and also letting me be the weirdo that I am. To be realistic, I'm pretty fucking weird. Other than that, you guys, if you haven't checked him out yet, check out Criminally Listed. I'm going to link him below. He's pretty awesome. And yeah, you guys keep it up, and I will see you guys in a few days. Mwah.